What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another DC Heroes and Villains video. Alright guys, this one is going to be a tough one to talk about because they've done a change that is pretty much killing a lot of the player base before the game even comes out. So this is something to keep an eye out for if you plan to play this game. I'm loving it personally so far. I am deep into it. The game itself has been fantastic for me, and I plan to continue doing so. The issue that I want to talk about is something that has been pretty much rocking the entire player base that's currently in soft launch, and that is the addressing of how much they've changed the drop rate for equipment. Okay, so the way it works, I'm going to show you guys real quick here. So this is the game just got restarted now because of the, let's get some gold here. Okay, so real quick, this here is your lifeblood, essentially, your gems, right? As a free-to-play player, you're going to be collecting these slowly over time. You're going to use gems for two things mainly. You're going to use gems to get yourself energy, because it's very slow in this game to recoup. So it's meant to be played very, very seldom. And number two, you're going to use it to summon. Okay, two very important things, obviously, in order to rank up your characters, get more of them, etc., right? What they used to have before is when you used to do a level and you were looking for a specific item, the game would drop that item for you. I think it was 100% of the time. So I'm going to raise the volume up here, guys, for you guys so you guys can hear it. They put in a patch just recently. I think it might have been 2 days ago to a day ago. And now, when you go ahead and do any type of level to get yourself equipment. So for example, I want to get my Riddler up, right? I need this item right here. So I go to recipe. I need this item, then this item, and this item. So in order to make this item right here, I have to have these items here, and I need 6 of them. Okay, so if I go find, and I go to auto win, which uses your stamina. Clearly, there's no auto win tickets, and I go, let's go all 60. Look at that. I got 5 out of 6. Normally, back then, it was 6 out of 6. Now, this was actually a very lucky run. The fact that I even got 5 is very lucky. What was happening in the past was that was a 100% drop. Now, it's not a 100% drop anymore. So look, watch. We got it there. We got very lucky, and we got one there, right? So let's go ahead and craft this, and let's do another one. Just show you guys an example of how this is working out. So I need more of these. Now look. I can't do them anymore unless I refresh. This is becoming very expensive, right? It's a very expensive method of getting items and clearing content for your to rank up your characters, right? So like, for example, here's another one. I need this item. So let's go auto win. I need 3 of them, right? Let's do 3. Let's see if I get all 3. I got 1 out of 3. So you can see here, my stamina is going down very quickly. There's 3 out of 3. So I got very lucky there on that one as well. So go ahead and rank that up, equip that. Now you can see, just by doing this alone, I'm already out of stamina, right? And I already used my free 60. This is becoming very troublesome, and it's becoming very noticeably troublesome for a lot of players, and rightfully so, because without the ability to get gear at 100%, we are forced, see that, look at that. Now I'm forced to spend diamonds, 100, to recoup 120 energy. That is insane for free to play. Like, this means essentially the game is done now for me unless I do the content that's available every few hours, which is going to be the charges here, right? I can do 2 charges as one. Here, let's just do this one real quick so I can just get it out of the way. So it's very hard for a player to want to continue playing this game, especially as free to play, if they don't reverse this change. The change is becoming detrimental to a lot of people's progressions. It's slowing the game down a lot for people. People are being forced to either spend their diamonds on continuing to play to advance by resetting levels, or being forced to use them to recoup stamina because the drop that they wanted wasn't dropping. And that's an unfair thing to do to your player base, especially a player base that's so brand new and you're only in soft launch. You got to put your best foot forward for a soft launch to be successful, right? If you're going to gouge your players right away, you're not going to have a game to come to. A lot of players are just going to leave and go to something different, right? And a game as big as DC Heroes and Villains, with such a massive IP behind you, and it's an official IP especially, you should be doing everything in your power to make sure that your players stay around for soft launch, and then going forward can promote your game, right? As a content creator, especially from someone like me, who is trying to give the best information out to people who want to play this game, the last thing I want to do is give bad news, because especially in soft launch, when I'm trying to promote a game that I'm actually enjoying. But I have to be honest, it has taken its toll on me already, and I've only been in the game for 5 days. So you guys have to do a better job in announcing, or not announcing, sorry, reverting this, because for free to play especially, that's going to be the lifeblood of your game, because there's more free to play players than there are paying players, right? That's just the reality of games. Even though they don't pay for your game, they're going to keep your game alive for you from a activity perspective, right? Even with whales, anyone who spends, they're not going to want to spend on a game that's making them spend their stamina on, sorry, their diamonds on stamina rather than getting units. They're paying for new units, not to get more stamina to just rank up, right? So that's another thing to point out as well too. So this change is a really, really bad one, guys. So I really hope that the developers go back on this. The community has been up in arms, and rightfully so, about this massive change, and it's affected the game negatively instead of positively. So I know they still have another soft launch period that they want to do before it goes worldwide, and I hope they take the time to really think about what the community has said about the game, how much they love the game, but how much a lot of people are just leaving until they make this change back to normal. Like, you losing your community to such a small thing is not worth it. All right, so if you guys aren't aware, that's what's happening. That's what's currently the big news in this game in terms of bad things that are going on. I know I've talked a lot about the good things, but this is one that really is affecting the community in a very negative fashion. So as a free-to-play player, your goal realistically at the end of the day is to get as much of these diamonds as you can, these gems as you can, without spending them on things like stamina and spending on things like reset. Like, you want your whole goal is to recruit as a free-to-play in this game, right? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, this is a very idle game. Like, you're not going to be playing much. Stamina in this game lasts for, I mean, especially when you're trying to get gear, going to last you maybe 5 minutes max. And then you're going to have to wait for that to recover. And if you look up here for stamina to recover, I think it's like 10 minutes per 1 energy, maybe 5 minutes per 1 energy. It's pretty long, right? And to do 1 level, it does take you 6 to 8 energy, or 6 to 12 energy, depending if it's a hard mode or normal mode. So let's go to events real quick. This is a new event that's out. I'm just going to do this now anyways while we're talking. So yeah, so like, look at that. You get 50 diamonds here. It cost me 100 diamonds just to reset to get my stamina back. So very, very pricey, guys. Please, guys, devs, listen to your community. Don't be greedy about this. This is such a big thing for everybody, and clearly a small adjustment for you to make. If you guys do make this change, I promise you're going to see a lot of your players stick around, and you're going to see more players join this game when it goes global. I personally love it still. I'm enjoying it. I'm not taking it seriously. It's just a side game. I love puzzle games because they're relaxing to me, and I love the team building aspect of it. But this is one that a lot of players are not going to look like me, and they're going to say, you're just gouging us, right? And you're not going to see the same response as you would from someone like myself with less patient people, and for people who just can see that this game is out to get money from folks, unlike before where they're actually listening to their community. So I do hope the change happens. This is Payne. Something that needs to for sure change, guys, to see a better increase in numbers of players joining. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.